going through the rungs of like, how can I continue to optimize, that's an important conversation, because I believe that we have to start to learn how to actually optimize our energy production without the need for sugar all the time. It is an addiction, and we have all grown up with it, because that's just a part of how every one of us has grown up at some point. We've all had some kind of sugar addiction, because there's certain creatures in our body that have fed off the sugar. So a lot of times we're like, oh, I have a sugar craving, or I have a sweet tooth. And it's like, well, do you have a sweet tooth, or does what lives inside of you have a sweet tooth? Then you start actually like looking into things like parasitology, which is the study of parasites. You start to study like things like candida and fungal growth and digestive imbalances, like bacterial imbalances in your digestion. You start to realize really quickly, like, whoa, okay, actually there's certain things that are feeding on that sugar, and if we don't feed them the sugar, they get antsy. And then we become antsy. Right? Make no mistake, like certain organisms are affecting the way we think. And this is why I believe that you are what you think about is the second statement of the universe. So like I grew up on Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale and all the Anthony Robbins, all the amazing personal development stuff. And I was thinking myself for a long time, and really just became a real like a neurosis almost. I was thinking too much. And then when I got into juicing, it was juicing that did it. It totally got me out of like this whole like psychosclerotic kind of like always having to think of manipulate and like strategize and everything, and like finally I was like, whoa, just like chill out, just calm down. And that was the juice that did it, because I got the alkalinity into my body. Right? And that's the second part, is that first your body runs on oxygen, and then it runs on hydrogen. And hydrogen is, if you look at water, it's like H2O, right? 2 hydrogen molecules. Well, hydrogen is basically what everything needs to live. And that's what gives water, it's like information. Have you ever heard like when water's in formation, it has information, right? It's information storage. Masarumoto's research on water and how we can imprint our intention on water. Well, we're made of water. If we're retaining our water, we are made of water. So think about that one. Anyway, so the green vegetable juice is what did it. It started the alkalinity. I realized just by getting that juice in every day, I started to relax more, started to calm down. My mind started to loosen up a little. My joint issues that I had totally went away, completely cleared out, right? And yeah, so that that in itself is just pretty amazing, considering what most people are going through, right? And so all this is really aiding in the beautification talk. This is all just kind of going through the outline of it, but the translation, just in case anyone's wondering where this is all going, the translation of everything I'm saying is ultimately hyper-accelerated beauty. And to me, beauty isn't like this vanity type of word. That's not. I think that's a silly notion that society has created. That it's a what's called a cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard of that term?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're thinking two different thoughts, and you're trying to, and they're just opposing each other, and you wonder why you're getting weird mixed results, right? Like you're like, oh, but I'm a good person, but if I want money, then it's like I'm spiritual, but money it's evil, but I gotta work to get money. It's like this whole weird thing that we do, right?
Yeah.
It's like cognitive dissonance.
Both way, yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking, we're trying to, it's
So you're
weird.
not creating, you're using your energy to like negative, like being like
Yeah,
this instead of
you're
creating.
entertaining two diametrically opposed ideas in the same space.
Instead of manifesting.
Right, instead of just being
Same
focused
time.
on one unified like direction, right, and then being straightforward about it.
You're doing wasting your energy.
And it creates pain.
It creates pain. Exactly. So that was my point. I wanted to bring it back to that. And so that's the thing about this idea behind beauty, is that a lot of people are in conflict about it, because we all want to feel good. We all want to feel good, vibrant health. We want to have mental balance and endorphins and neurotransmitters and hormones and feel light and just like the body is out of pain, right? Out of dis-ease. And at the same time, we want to look good. We want to feel sexy. We want to feel our best. We want clear skin, eyes, hairs, nails, right? The whole thing. And my personal opinion is that beauty is a natural expression of optimum health and longevity. So everything I'm talking about here is how do we activate beautification qualities in our body, in our mind, in our spirit, and then how do we sustain that for the rest of our life? And that's a different conversation than you're going to see at Melrose or Beverly Hills in Hollywood, right? And that's really the distinction. That's the same distinction I'll make with cooked food and raw food. One is short term, one is long term.